Come on, Lila. This way. We're going to try a new path today. So let's talk some transits for a moment. A lot of good astrologers out there. There's so much data. It's about choice, what you focus on, essentially. It's like you swimming in the ocean, you grab a cup of it and you bring it to someone and you tell them that's the ocean. Astrology is an easy system to understand that kind of a concept because it's vast. Now, the system itself, it's about archetypes, themes, cycles. From our perspective, which we know is only a small portion of reality of what's possible, what can be understood. And when you think about what can be understood, you have to think about, well, everything changes, knowledge changes, the meaning, the value changes. So what's applicable? What works for you today? What use is the knowledge? How can it be of use? And then it points back to something deeper within you, more subjective, proprietary perspective, which a lot of us we can't honor because we've associated ourselves with experiences and demonized ourselves in ways. But it doesn't matter how programmed you are, it's about what you digest, what you transmute, what you understand, or feel confident, comfortable in speaking on, I suppose, living through. So all my loops, everything is from within me. The way that I view myself is the limiting factor. So when I was young, I went through some stuff. I couldn't trust people. I was a victim of pedophilia in the neighborhood, physical abuse, mental abuse by different people, made to be feeling isolated, alienated within and without, because it was a protective shell from experiences. She must have got something that smells interesting. It's like she's reading a novel. And so there was a belief issue of self-value. Other people didn't respect or value me, so I didn't feel like I was worthy of it. But there was always an inward rebellion, because that wasn't me. That was just a program. Come on, baby. And I wasn't going to let others define me. So it shaped me, shaped my character. But I came into this world with that energy. And it's not what you come in with, it's what you leave with. And so these stories, these myths, these archetypes are living through us as we live through life. It ain't the only game in town. There's a lot of things going on. And you don't have to reduce your awareness to systems of analysis or words and meanings and all those things that everyone can understand. But through doing that, you can understand how dynamic it is, how multifaceted experiences can be in life. So as low as you have felt, you can feel that high. Just as how high you felt, you can feel that low. A lot of people, they turn it off, they don't want to feel because they're tired. So, let's see. When I was young, I remember my father speaking with me. I was about 9 or so. And I was asking him about his job. And I said I wanted to be just like him when I grew up. And then he said, well, he wants me to be better than he was. And I couldn't understand that. I thought that was blasphemous. And he told me a lot of things that were true, but I couldn't understand, so I didn't see the value in taking the advice or understanding the wisdom of what he was saying. And so, when he told me that, I thought about it. It stuck with me as I got older. I did turn into him. You know, I was living the life of the sleep. The American dream, so to speak. You alright? How'd we get here? Alright, come on. So married, career, kids, dog, cat, yard, maintenance, all that kind of stuff, taxes, just being, you know, what the system needed. And all the while within, there's all this stuff you haven't processed coming through, because as we age, we go through cycles. It's a maturation process. As the body fades, the spirit changes, it develops. Because when you feel all this energy, it's hard not to partake of life and enjoy this place as much as you can. But as I got older, I realized, you know, of course we want our children to be better than we were. We don't want them to fall into the same programming that we did. So we do what we can to try and help them to grow best we can, because we're still going through our own stuff. And I don't believe in any mistakes. There's just easy ways to do things and hard ways. Let's go this way, Lila. Let's go this way, come on. I didn't see them. That's my bird again. So I realize a lot of people, they can't be better than their fathers because they don't know how to handle the power. They don't see it handled in a way that honors the spirit of life. They see it in a way that just hung on and survived, or crashed and burned. Very few people see a good example of living spirit in this life, at least in a functional way that seems to be balanced and harmonious with the world around it. We'll go this way, Lila. Looks cool. And so this power thing, that's what I've been trying to figure out. You know, on one hand, people don't understand me because I don't want them to. On another hand, it's because I'm changing. I'm a Seven of Pentacles in the Tarot deck. If you want to think about that archetype, there is a potential and a gift for handling power, but there is a propensity to turn away from it because of the responsibility it incurs. Now, of course, that's a loose general theme. The details tell the life, and the dynamics in relation to that archetype, that theme. Because these archetypes, they're alive, they're not just static words on paper and ideas. They're phases. So when I was young, people would see the potential, they'd see the power in me, and they would see leadership and all that, and they would try and honor that kind of a distinction. And I didn't understand it, so I would feel contempt for them. Felt like they didn't value themselves, or they were trying to prop me up in a way. As something that I'm not. And so I would shun that kind of attention, that kind of dynamic with my friends and other people. And so naturally, of course, they wouldn't respect me eventually because I didn't respect myself. Or they would hold contempt because I showed some kind of potential that I was unwilling to tap into. So that's what all this stuff is. I think, I don't know for sure, it's just coming to me as I live. Let's shorten it up. There you go. And I think that's the problem a lot of people in life face. It's also the problem with being too helpful, not accepting gifts, not accepting money, not putting your all into doing things. I haven't put my all into doing this, whatever I'm doing. I don't really know what that is, so it's hard to put my all into it. I know I can do better. That's the given that we all got, no matter where we're at. So that's what I'm doing. So you don't have to be into conspiracy and study all of the shit going down and all stuff is weird. It's changing. But there are simple truths you can use to help you understand what's going on. That is all. Things rise and fall. You want to be connected. You want to buy when the stocks are down. You want to be connected when something's growing. You don't want to build a tree fort in a dead tree. Alright, I think that's all I had to say. Thanks for watching and hearing this and all that stuff.